learnbjjfast.com. I got a really neat question that was asked to me about escaping the headlock. And I'm not going to get into the Kesagatami position just yet. That is in another video. This is how to get the guy to let go of your head when he's holding on. So the big one is you've gotten to this position. This is a really position I like a lot. If I'm the guy on the bottom, I kind of set up a lot of stuff from here. But from on top, definitely don't want to get caught in this position. So the big one is when Sean is curled into a ball here, if you can relax for a second here, Sean. When Sean's in a ball, he's very, very strong. His elbows are in, his knees are in, his chin is in. It's really hard to break him apart. And the challenge is, if he's really holding on strong, he can roll me over because he's a ball. He's nice and round and soft, and it's easy for him to turn me over. He's got my head in really, really tight. So I need to stretch Sean out. Now the challenge here is, if I just try to push Sean's legs back, his core is very, very strong. And my elbow is far away from my ribs. So I'm not very strong in this position. I'm trying to stretch him out, and it's probably not going to happen too well. If I try to step over, there's a chance he'll catch my leg in a half guard. There you go, and just kind of wrap it up, and that's just a little annoying. So I'm thinking more of a gentle self-defense response instead of gouging his eyes. I can cover his mouth if I'd like, which is still fine for most sport tournaments. But what I want to do is I just want to put my finger, or my pinky finger, whichever one, underneath his nose and lift back. This is going to help break away the structure of his neck, make him a little bit weaker right off the bat. When he's in, he's very, very strong. So I get a finger in, whichever finger I like. Watch out for self-defense. He's not biting. Again, I don't have to try and hit the guy. I'm trying to be gentle. So I put my finger in and I put my hand on the floor and I stretch Sean out. Now he's going to keep his knees in because I know Sean's a strong guy. This is going to make him much weaker. And I'm just holding this position. I'm holding a spot for my foot. So now I can step over and slide my heel in. Now if I have to grab it, then I grab it. From right here, I don't need to put my hand there anymore. I put my hands on the floor for balance, and my knee is behind his head. Okay, so nice and high. If Sean tries to turn me over, I got my hands for balance. If he tries to turn to his knees, I pull my heel back to stop him from rolling to his knees. You need to square off in that line. So now I've established a bit of a base. My structure should be strong. Get your partner to practice moving you around. Put your hands out for balance. If they turn to your knees, pull that heel in and realign the same position, knee behind the head. But I'm going to show you a trick on how to get the arm so you can get the arm bar every time. I see a lot of people are doing this, and this is the way I learned originally. If Sean grabbed his arms together, to push, he's pulling my head down, I push, and then maybe he lets go because it's annoying, and as I go for the arm bar, he grabs his hands together. Well, now I'm stuck in this, and for sure I can go for chokes and I can take his back, but if he's grabbing my head, he's giving me his arm, so why don't I just take his arm? So instead of resisting, when he's pulling down, pushing back, instead of going for pressure points and all that jazz, I'm going to take this hand, turn it upside down, put my wrist on his collarbone, right on top of his shoulder. This hand is on the inside of his arm, and I grab my fist upside down. Now, Sean's elbow is right above his shoulder, so he's not in a strong position, but he's a fairly strong position. Let's say he cranks my head down a little bit. Oh, there we go, down a lot more. Now, to help me out, I want his elbow up here. I lean forward. If I have to, I'll slide my knee up a little bit higher, but I push off of my foot, keep tight, Sean, and I lean forward. Now that I can lean, I pull my elbow to my hip and I start to turn. Now, he may or may not let go here just yet, and that's okay, there's still a little more to go. But what we're looking for is I want to try and put Sean in a Kimura. So when his elbow's here, he's really, really strong. The higher I get his elbow, the weaker he is. But the more I can turn him, he wants to let go. He's not going to let his arm get broken. His body won't let it happen, he'll let go. So, he's holding on tight. I get my fist in, pull down, lean forward, and I start turning. Now, he might not let go here, and this is the tricky part. This is where, when I feel his grip start to weaken, I turn my hand around, and then I start pushing up this way. Now, if you look at the arm, I have to really hug on. If I am a little bit loose with my head, he can grab his arms together. And again, I've lost the arm bar. So, okay, well, I'm out of the headlock, but now I still have to continue trying to finish him. Go, elbow, slide up, turn, and I pinch my ear to my shoulder. My hand is pushing his chin away, and I grab his arm. slide up, leg over, and go for the armbar. So, one more time, I'm going to show it in a normal speed. The key points are keep your weight high. You know he's strong here. So bring his elbow up as much as you can. You can feel his hips will start to raise. Turn and then start pressing out. Try not to lose the arm. This is that big part where you're right here. If your partner can grab his hands together, then you're being too soft. You gotta pinch that ear to your shoulder. Keep your eyes open. I'm gonna have a lot more tips and tricks, including why I fight from the position that Sean's in right now and how I catch guys with moves all the time. Hey, thanks for watching.